I do this for every motherfucker that doubted me. Every motherfucker that said I wouldn't be anything. This is my anthem to you. Look at me now.
You two bitches. How many times you tell me that I would be nothing? Twisting knives into my stomach, twisting mine, but I'm still wondering where you at now. What happened? Know your gums were always flapping, not clapping at my shows and pretend it didn't happen. I know you're big man. I did that, leveled up and left you big sad. Got venom on my tongue like a cobra. I'ma spit the head your girl. You know I hit that, passed her off and took a quick nap. Now she brings you to my shows just to show you what she did have. Listen, it didn't have to be this way. Had a chance to walk away, not to say the shit you said, but I grew up, then blew up, graduated, wish you luck. Been searching in my mind, couldn't find a single fuck. It's time I am the one, put my middle fingers up. You just talking hide and run, I load bullets in the gun. I will murder anyone, met the devil, I'm his son. If you say my name again, I will leave you belly up.
Used to hear murderous shots and we on the floor, flipping the plots. On the static, brains erratic, my crew won't ever stop. Used to be dumb, sobriety won. God, save me with love, yeah, you gotta bring the karma. Murderous shots and we on the floor, flipping the plots. On the static, brains erratic, my crew won't ever stop. Used to be dumb, sobriety won. God, save me with love, you gotta bring the karma.
Bad as fuck, but I had enough of the extra stuffing. So batter up, cause I'm mad as fuck and about to cut some raw vocals that's harder than ever spit before. See, y'all can sit the fuck down, kick it and listen close. I bring the racket like I'm Venus Serena. I be the cleanest you ever seen in the booth like a genius. These bitches call me a bully, cause all I spit is the meanest. And steady back behind the line like I was Gilbert Arenas. See, I just learned some information, I should set it straight. A couple homies reppin' family, but they really ain't. Said they was down for me, but now I see they second face. And now it's time to let the world know who really fake. You fucked my ex behind my back while we was dating, homie. But you ain't got the balls to tell me shit, so fucking blow me. But see what's funny is I know that you can't beat it up. Shit, I got information too that you can't keep it up. Raggedy Ann doll who's covered in lace panties. Or maybe it's Andy, shit don't matter now, you a pansy. But let me tell you dog, try to step to me, we'll get handsy. I'll make your mother wish for fucking second chances in plan B.
Now it's off with a cap, you knew I was bound to snap. You always so bitch made, that's why you hanging with
And I ain't have to say it, you know who I'm at and you know where I'm at. Homie, pull up and let me really fuck up your back.
Murderous shots and we on the floor, flipping the plots. On the static, brains erratic, my crew won't ever stop. Used to be dumb, sobriety won. God, save me with love, yeah, you gotta bring the karma. Murderous shots, now we on the floor, flipping the plots. On the static, brains erratic, my crew won't ever stop. Used to be dumb, sobriety won. God, save me with love, you gotta bring the karma. Save it with love, save it with love. Yeah. CMC, help me out here.
I got you.
Yeah. AiR MC and Wheels AC in this bitch.
All this big shit, hit 150, while I'm twisting, and the speakers, gas out, cash out, gas out, cash out, gas out, cash out, gas out, cash out.
Sitting in my mind, all turn better roll up. Bad little bitch and a friend about to pull up. Little bit of mushroom kush, what I'm full of. Got a couple grams of the hash I can pull off. Caps in a knapsack, pack what I'm full of. Rap like a big black cat, I'm the villain. Always on my line, baby girl, better chill out. Come and hit the show, see the crowd that we fill out. I ain't got the key to the streets, but I got the keys to the mansion. Popping off like a...
I just really wanna air it out. Ice on me, got a fair amount. Wanna talk, then you can clear it out. Yeah, AiR MC's about to air it out.
everybody?
Yeah.
It's your boy CMC.
And motherfucking gingerbread.
And we've got a very special guest today on Air It Out. Now, right now, this my homeboy. This my dude. I love the fuck out of this man. But tomorrow at 8:30 p.m., I'm gonna hate this dude because of the hat that he's wearing on his head. But you know why I fuck with him? Because he said, fuck that, bro. I'm in Cleveland. I'm wearing my shit. I'm going on this podcast. I'm doing my thing. I'm wearing my team. And I do the exact same thing. Y'all already know that I would. I definitely wear my brown shit in Pittsburgh. No, it's Pittsburgh for real. But, man, we got the big homie, Unkle Samm, in the building today. How you feeling today, bro?
I'm feeling great, man.
My man.
Feel like I'm up 2-1 right now, you know.
Yo, here he said it feels like
I'm just playing.
making me cry, bro.
So,
For real,
I got a little
that's
question, man. Where do you
been a
come
series.
from? What do you do?
Yeah, I'm Unkle Samm. That's with a K and 2 M's. And I come from Austin, Indiana. It's about 45 minutes north of Louisville, Kentucky. So, but I'm a Hoosier at heart, so that's why I rep Indiana.
Hoosier?
Closer.
So that would make you an Indiana, like, university fan? Like
The Hoosiers, yeah, for
you like the
basketball.
Hoosiers? Okay, oh,
Yeah, Bob
You don't
Knight
watch
was
college
like,
football at all?
well, I'm a Michigan fan when it comes
Oh
to
my gosh,
football,
it
so-
gets even worse.
I know. If you look at my Facebook right now, it feels like I'm just trolling Ohio because it's the Halliburton big balls
Right.
photo, and then it's the Michigan players doing the OHIO.
Just
my
troll,
banner.
just troll Ohio, dude.
I know. I mean, we took it for so many years. I had to feel like I
Bro,
gotta live
4
in the
years in a
moment.
row,
I gotta bask
Michigan-
in it, man.
Michigan done showed us what the dick looks like. They did. You got to admit that. But we won the national championship, so.
You did. Congrats on that.
Hey,
I have to take a second to show some appreciation for Uncle Sam. He drove 5 hours to be here. This is one
For
of our
real,
first
though.
guests that have been from out of state. I mean, J Sauce was back home visiting from Atlanta, but
give him the claps for that,
man,
bro.
you showed up.
I appreciate that. I'll tell you, I love Cleveland. I think Cleveland gets a bad rap. There's a butt of a lot of jokes when it comes to Cleveland. But if you're here in this city and you get to actually explore it and meet the people, man, I've met some grade
shit,
A
man.
people here.
Yeah, for
from
real.
all that can do so many things, so many talents, and I got a lot of love for Cleveland. I do consider it a second home for sure. So. Thank y'all for welcoming me.
Hell yeah, man. I appreciate you coming here and experiencing it. And now I guess you can be like, you know what? Fuck this place too. Like the rest of us.
No,
Like the rest
I
of
definitely like I said,
Nah,
any
it's
chance
alright.
any
It's
chance I
alright,
can
man.
come back here, I will for
I feel
sure.
you. That's some real shit. So you got some shit recorded today, don't you?
Yeah,
To
we're
record,
gonna-
you got some shit written.
We're gonna make a song. So
Hell,
I'm ready.
is it time for that?
I'm ready.
Yeah, I think we're going to get that
I'm
out of
ready.
the way.
All right, let's do it.
So let's-
We
let's
have
show the people what you
performed
got.
on a couple of shows with this guy right here, and I'm gonna tell you what, he brings the heat, he brings the energy, just like us. So, we had to get him on this, and this is
While
crazy.
While we have a second, we might as well drop our new merch that's on the screen.
Yeah, bro, we got a new merch. I'm gonna give y'all the little scoot, the little. I'm gonna give y'all the tea. You ready for this? Every Saturday, every week, we're gonna be dropping new merch for the foreseeable future.
Pay attention.
A new
This shit's about to
T-shirt
be
every
fire.
week for the foreseeable future. I don't
We
know
got
how
3 months of-
foreseeable
we got
that future
3
is.
months of merch
No,
already.
you weren't supposed to tell him.
already ready. That doesn't mean that's
Don't
here.
listen to him. He's on crack.
I'm not.
He's not.
I was
but
up late, but it wasn't because of crack.
yeah, I don't know how far this could be for the next 5 years. Don't listen to him. It's definitely not 3 months. But
I'm muting this motherfucker.
check us out because we love you. Now check him out.
He's muted. Oh, you got headphones at the door. You got them?
Yeah,
All right.
I believe so. Yeah.
Bet. All right, let's do that. Bop, bop. Bop. All right. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Zach, gingerbread merch is ready to sell.
Yeah. This is where
air it out. Yeah. This is where I air it out. Yeah. Uncle Sam, I'm spectacular. Accurate with vernacular. These rappers hurt. Cause they swear
I
in
want to do it again. The levels were a little off.
Oh, sorry.
I was adjusting. You're good. All right, start from the top one more time.
All right.
It's always my fault.
Yeah. This is where you air it out. Yeah. This is where you air it out. Yeah. Uncle Sam, I'm spectacular. Accurate with vernacular. These rappers hurt. Cause they swearing that they had it first, but don't laugh and smirk. When your girl riding my passengers, cause you lacking worth. And I've cracked the curse that I've had since birth.
Alright, we punching in.
It's we're gonna repeat that.
Alright, so you want to put some layers on it?
Yeah.
Cool. You've seen the show before.
Yeah, I try. This is where you air it out. Yeah. This is where you air it out. Yeah. Uncle Sam, I'm spectacular. Accurate with vernacular, but these rappers hurt. Cause they swearing that they had it first. Don't laugh and smirk. When your girl riding my passengers, cause you lacking worth. And I've cracked the curse that I've had since birth. Somebody's honking, sounds like.
You want to do another layer? Let's do one more.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not? While we're here, you know. Yeah. This is where you air it out. Yeah. This is where you air it out. Yeah. Uncle Sam, I'm spectacular. Accurate with vernacular, but these rappers hurt. Cause they swearing that they had it first. Don't laugh and smirk. When your girl riding my passengers, cause you lacking worth. And I've cracked the curse that I've had since birth.
Hell yeah. Alright. Let's get you into a verse.
What's the curse?
Being broke. I'm not gonna be broke no more. All right.
That's valid.
When your girl riding my passengers, cause you lacking worth. And I've cracked the curse that I've had since birth. Got rhymes and book. Oh, so that's gonna that'll be the chorus again. Sorry.
Oh, so it doubles up?
Yeah, my bad. That tripped me up because I was like, wait, the beat drops right here. I'm gonna try. Actually, I'm gonna try to do this from memory. I think I can do it.
Okay.
I've been trying to.
That's preparation right
yeah,
there.
yeah. Get my nerves out, you know.
Not like Cody's preparation H.
Oh.
Wow, dude. You weren't supposed to tell anybody about that.
Secrets are no fun.
Well, everybody, I have. I actually don't. I'm glad I don't. I've had those
Not
before and
today.
they fucking suck.
Since birth, spectacular. Accurate with.
Have you ever
Is that close?
Yeah, if that'll be, if you can start me there.
You never
I know, I'm trying to
So it's
trying
like,
to get the timing
I'm being
right.
like real right now. Like, so like you know your butthole, like the ring
I
on your
think
butthole. So
it might
the
be
muscle,
this
like,
one.
you know how
Had since birth, spectacular. Accurate with vernacular.
Went too far.
Girl, ride my back.
like
Had since birth, spectacular.
swollen dude, and it's dude.
Alright, I'll fuck with the timing afterwards.
You gotta take a shit. Dude, it's not fun. It is not
Alright,
fun.
let's get you on a verse.
Alright. And I've cracked the curse that I've had since birth. Alright, actually, start me back just a little bit before that.
Yep.
Your girl riding my passengers cause you lacking worth. And I've cracked the curse that I've had since birth. Got rhymes in bulk like Costco. Dash on songs like I'm Roscoe. Not like chicken and waffles. This flow is called staccato. You filling up your nostrils like some god-awful potholes. Focused on popping bottles. I'm what's popping. Shout out to Harlow. They've been sleeping on Sandman. Might change my name to Sandman. High like ladies of Pan. And when stumped like Patrick, I dance. Hand cramps for anthems. My main fans are random. When I'm paid, they'll say that I'm handsome and then some. With a flow this clean, kinda sounds like dopamine. My hopes and dreams form the coldest team. From broke to bling. Find the kind of queen that gon' make you wanna shoulder lean. Mama said I could be anything I want, so I chose to be. Spectacular,
Yes, sir.
accurate. So
Alright,
on the when that comes in on the last time, we'll drop the off of the original one, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'll fuck with it.
Yeah.
Let's do another layer
I
on
think the
that.
repeat on that chorus is a
Yeah, we're gonna mess with it.
I said I was gonna do that in post. I just didn't want to fucking.
You were talking about your butthole during this time. So.
He usually does that.
When your girl riding my passengers, cause you lacking worth. And I cracked the curse that I've had since birth. Got rhymes in bulk like Costco. Dash on songs like I'm Roscoe. Not like chicken and waffles. This flow is called staccato. You filling up your nostrils like some god awful potholes. Focused on popping bottles. I'm what's popping. Shout out to Harlow. They been sleeping on sand, man. I changed my name to Sandman. I like ladies a pan. And when stumped like Patrick, got dance stands. Hand cramps for anthems. My main fans are random. When I'm paid, they'll say that I'm handsome and then some. With a flow this clean, kinda sounds like dopamine. My hopes and dreams form the coldest team from broke to bling. Find the kind of queen that gon' make you wanna show the lean. Mama said I could be anything I want, so I chose to be.
Ad-libs?
Yeah, let's do some ad-libs. I'm not usually an ad-lib man, but this one...
Let's run from the top, and you can just throw ad-libs through the whole thing.
Perfect. I'm ready for it.
Bet.
Yeah. This is where you air it out. Yeah. This is where you air it out. Yeah. Unkle Samm. I'm spectacular, spectacular. Accurate with vernacular, but these rappers hurt. They're swearing that they had a verse. Don't laugh and smirk. Your girl riding my passengers, cause you lacking work. I cracked the curse that I've had since birth. I'm spectacular. Accurate with vernacular, but these rappers hurt. Yeah. They're swearing that they had a verse. Don't laugh and smirk. When your girl riding my passengers, cause you lacking worth. And I cracked the curse that I've had since birth. Got rhymes in bulk like Costco. Dash on songs like I'm Roscoe. Not like chicken and waffles. This flow is called staccato. You filling up your nostrils like some god awful potholes. Focused on popping bottles. I'm what's popping. Shout out to Harlow. They been sleeping on Sandman. I changed my name to Sandman. I like ladies a pan. And when stumped like Patrick, got dance stands. Hand cramps for anthems. My main fans are random. When I'm paid, they'll say that I'm handsome and then some. With a flow this clean, kinda sounds like dopamine. My hopes and dreams form the coldest team from broke to bling. Find the kind of queen that gon' make you wanna show the line. Mama said I could be anything I want, so I chose to be. Woo!
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. So now it's time to fuck around and find out. Do you want to do anything else to it?
No, that's good with me.
Alright. Now it's time to see how long this man's gonna be freestyling. Bop.
Is this a trash can?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir, it is. Yes, sir, you will. And we don't need these headphones. Ooh, I'm sorry, bro.
My bad. It's gonna shat on you.
No, that's all right. He shat on
I'm
me.
bad for shitting on you.
He was taking a shit on me.
My
right.
papa roots came out on me there.
There we go. All right, so Aaron's gonna go work on this song that we just recorded in here because that shit was fire. That shit was fire.
Oh, thank you.
Give you the
Appreciate it.
give you the rock for that. But what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna give him 10 questions of a topic of his choosing. Each question he gets wrong, he got to freestyle for 30 seconds. If you haven't seen the show, then that's what's happening. If you have, then you know what's about to go down. I've been neglecting to mention this for the past couple of weeks. If somebody does happen to get all 10 questions right, they're going to have to wear this thing for the rest of the show. And it's magical. It gives you a lot of powers. It definitely gives you a blowjob from somebody. I'm not going to say who. I can't promise who. But if you wear this, it does get you one.
Oh, wow. The incentives are growing.
Right. And you get 2 tacos. So that's what that brings you. I made that while I was high. So
There we are.
we've got 10 questions here for my man. He's a little bit of The Office fan. He's a fan of The Office. So we're going to do 10 questions from The Office. You ready, my dude?
I am ready.
Let's get this. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Question number 1. What is the title of the movie Michael writes? Is it Nightmare in Scranton? Is it Level 1 Midnight, Threat Level Midnight, or Return of Dawn?
It's Threat Level Midnight.
Threat Level
Final
Midnight,
answer.
final answer. You are correct. It's Threat Level Midnight. He's 1 for 1.
Boom.
Here we go. Let's do this. Here we go. Question number 2. What's Dwight's middle name? Kurt, Kirk, Carl, or Keith?
It is Kurt. With
Kurt
a T.
with a T. Final answer. It is Kurt. He is correct.
It's trippy because it sounds like Kirk sometimes. So
It
that
sounds
was-
like Kirk.
that-
It's
that's
Kurt.
Kurt.
It's Kurt. Gotta make sure. All right, he's 2 for 2. Let's see. Here we go. I have no idea how tough or how easy these questions are because I don't really fuck with this show. I don't not fuck with this show, but I don't really.
No, I mean, so far, Dwight's middle name could be tricky.
That's what I'm saying.
that's-
Because
that's a
here we
tricky
go.
one.
Question number 3. What does Pam study at the Pratt Institute? Painting, graphic design, drawing, or photography?
Graphic design.
Graphic design, final answer?
Yes, sir.
All right, that is correct. Graphic design. My man 3 for 3 over here, bro. Damn.
I'm a student of this movie. Of the show.
I thought for a second the Pacers were gonna go 3 for 3 last night, but
No, you gotta make it exciting.
Yeah, we gotta make it exciting. we gotta make it exciting here. Okay, question number 4. What's Jim's favorite food? Cup of noodles, buffalo wings with blue cheese, baby back ribs from Chili's, or soft shell crab? If I were to guess, this is very specific, this one. I would say it's probably baby back ribs from Chili's.
Wait, say this question again.
What's
What is
Jim's favorite food?
Jim's favorite food? And then say the options again.
Cup of noodles, buffalo wings with blue cheese, baby back ribs from Chili's, or soft shell crab?
I mean, I'll tell you what. I've watched this show so many times. I've never seen Jim eat any of those things.
Wow.
So,
It's a crapshoot here. This could be 30 seconds.
what is Jim's favorite food?
This is kind of like Whose Line Is It Anyways? So even if he does get all these right, I'm still making him freestyle. It's
So
like
it
where
doesn't-
everything with the
it
show's
doesn't
made up and
matter.
the points don't matter.
Yeah,
so
right.
so
There's
it doesn't
there's
really
no
matter.
getting out of this, right?
No.
But okay, and then you said cup of noodles.
Cup of noodles. So like, ramen
Yeah,
noodles, right?
yep.
Buffalo wings with blue cheese, which is a great combo. Fuck ranch, blue cheese around these
It's
parts.
ranch.
Oh, he said it's ranch, damn. Baby back ribs from Chili's. I had Chili's for lunch today. That's
Okay.
pretty fire. Didn't have
free
baby
ads,
back
right?
ribs. Right, no free ads. But if you want to sponsor us,
Yeah.
I do like your fajitas a lot. Soft shell crab.
I mean,
I'm thinking I'm going to just give you, I'm going to be honest with you because I fuck with you. I think it would be baby back ribs from Chili's just because that seems like such a specific thing.
yeah, and that's why.
It
The
seems like
Chili's
their
is
humor.
in an episode, so that's why a couple episodes.
Right.
But
It seems like their humor kind of like that too. You feel me? Like
yeah, I'm just like thrown off because. So I'm gonna nerd out, but Jim is nicknamed Big Tuna
Okay.
in the show because he always eats like a tuna. He ate a tuna sub one time, so
Okay.
Andy calls him Tuna all the time.
So he could be the soft shell crab.
But he always eats a ham and cheese for lunch. Like it's like there's
So it could
things about
be-
Jim that I know, and this is one that's to me is like.
So it could be buffalo wings.
Is this a bullshit question? That's my other
This
thing.
is straight up. There it is. What's Jim's favorite food?
Man, I'm really at a loss because
Here at Air It Out, we do not do bullshit questions.
I'm glad to know. Man, this
I
is
stumped him on this one.
you
Man.
did.
I didn't do
I'm gonna
shit.
look at my options one more time. Okay, I'm gonna eliminate the buffalo wings.
Okay, no buffalo wings and blue cheese. They're out.
I'm gonna eliminate cup of noodles because that's Kevin's favorite food.
Okay, cup of noodles out. That's Kevin's. Can't be taking other people's shit,
Baby
dog.
bag. I'm gonna go soft shell crab.
Soft shell crab. Final answer.
Final answer.
Wow, you pulled that out of your ass.
Let's go!
Soft shell crab is correct.
Okay,
Good
that is a
shit.
line that I'm gonna have to go back and
Good
study, man.
shit, man. That's awesome.
Okay,
That's
okay.
fire to see. He's 4 for 4 right now. He's on that clean sweep type shit. Question number 5. Which of these is not the name of one of Angela's cats? Lumpy, Princess Lady, Mr. Snuggles, Diane.
Okay.
Now he's
I,
like,
I know
okay.
Lumpy and I know Princess
Maybe
Lady.
these are getting harder as we go.
Princess Lady and Lumpy for sure.
Okay,
are
so
names.
Princess Lady are for sure.
Then
Which
there's
is not
Diane, and what's the other one? Mr.
Mr.
Snuggles.
Snuggles.
I'm gonna say it's Mr. Snuggles is not a name.
Mr. Snuggles' final answer.
Fine, that's my final answer.
You are correct.
Okay.
He is 5 for 5.
I think she said Diane. Yes. Okay. That makes sense.
Yes.
All right.
Question number 6. How long was Andy carrying an engagement ring in his wallet before proposing to Angela? 3 days, 7 months, 2 years, or 6 years?
Did you say 2 years as an option?
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
2 years, final answer.
Final answer.
Well, everybody's got to meet their match, folks. That is incorrect.
All right. What is it?
It is 6 years.
6 years. Okay.
2
I
years,
was thinking
he
that
was
was
close.
too much, but I remember when he's like, I've been carrying them in my wallet for I guess 6 years. Okay.
6 years is the final answer. That's all right because he's still 5 for 6. That's
All
all right. Everybody's
That's
got to
30
have a little
seconds,
bump in the
so.
road sometimes. It's okay. Question number 7. Who defeats Kevin in poker in the episode Casino Night? Jim, Phyllis, Kelly, or Dwight?
Phyllis. Final answer.
Phyllis, final answer. He knew that one right off the bat, man.
Immediately, Kevin's like, I suck. And he's bragging about how good he is at poker, and then he goes all in, and she calls him. And just
I
like it.
suck. Just
And then
wrecks
she
him.
beats him.
Just like that, 6 for 7. We're only going for 30 seconds right now. We're only going for 30 seconds right now. I want to make it a minute. I hope one of these gets it. Question number, what is this, 6 or 8? Question number 8? I think it is. Where does Kelly find out she'll be moving after getting engaged to a doctor? Ohio, Florida, California, or Kansas? Just by his body language, I think he's got this one.
It's Ohio.
It's Ohio, final answer.
Final answer, because they tell her it's Miami of Ohio, and she thinks it's Miami.
Uh-huh.
So
And it's right there. That's where it
Ohio.
says it. She'll be moving to Miami, Ohio. No, honey, it's Miami.
she gives away all of her winter coats, and she's like, I'm going to go chill with Gloria Estefan.
Oh,
Not knowing she's coming to Ohio.
7 for 8. 30 seconds on the clock. Question number 9. What's the new name of the new Dunder Mifflin initiative? Ryan proposes to rebrand the company. Dunder Mifflin Infinity, Dunder Mifflin Premium, Dunder Mifflin 2.0, or Dunder Mifflin Ultimate?
It's the Infinity.
So A,
The
Dunder
Dunder
Mifflin
Mifflin
Infinity,
Infinity.
final answer. That is correct.
Because they're like, why didn't you name it Dunder Mifflin Infinity? And he's like, thank you, everybody. Lost opportunity, right?
This man knows his shit,
I
man.
do.
He knows
I try.
his shit,
I like the show a
dog.
lot.
Question number 10. He's 8 for 9. Question number 10. If he gets this, this will be the second best showing on Air It Out, only behind Domingo Kite.
Oh.
Domingo Kite came in here, and I gave him 10 questions, and he blew through them so fast that he didn't even get halfway done with the song. I had to give him 10 more questions, and he got 2 out of 20 wrong. So he's the best.
Wow.
And there was, damn, I forgot. Somebody did do a clean sweep. I can't remember who it was. It was a couple weeks ago. Whoever it is, put it in the comments below. If you're watching that it was you, do it. Let me know. But this will be tied for second with Domingo Kite.
Right. I'll
Right
take that.
here, if you get this correct. Question number 10. Drum roll, please. Chazzy B is asleep. He can't do the drum roll. What hobby does Stanley take up after retiring? Golf, knitting, wood carving, baking.
Wood carving, final answer.
Wood carving, final answer. He's confident. $10 million goes to Unkle Samm. Just lying, I don't have that. But he does get that one correct. He did it. He's 9 for 10. He only missed one question. That means 30 seconds of freestyling.
Close.
He was close. He was that friggin'
I'll get you next
close.
time, my sweet.
He'll get it. He'll get the 2 tacos, the blowjob from a random person next time. Ladies and gentlemen, that was incredible. Now it looks like he's still kind of finishing up. So
Just putting the last touches on
do
it.
your thing. Do your thing. Like we were talking about earlier, he's obviously a Pacers fan. I'm a Cavs fan. It's been an awesome series. It's been a fun series. Last night was obviously a better game for outcome for me than it was for him. But either way, it's been a good series, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I fucking mad respect for you coming in here, fucking rocking your shit, doing your thing, bro. Like that's what you do. If you had to pick anybody, favorite player on the Pacers, who would it be?
Right now?
Yeah. And then let's go all time.
Oh, okay.
So like we'll do now and all time.
I mean, Halliburton would be an easy answer.
Right.
But the thing is, for being a Pacers fan, we've kind of needed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we've had some people come through it. Paul George was great for us.
Yep.
But, you know, he obviously ends up leaving the team, and that kind of really hurt. And then we couldn't really find a guy. Then was like Victor Oladipo came and was like, okay, Victor went to IU, so that was cool being the hometown guy. So that really kind of, but then that kind of just, you know, blemished off, and we just never really we just needed the guy.
Right.
So then when we get Halliburton, I didn't know anything about him.
Right.
Like, I looked on Twitter, and King's Twitter was mad. The Sacramento Kings, they were like, this was our guy, what are you doing? Like, they're so mad and I was like, we must be getting a really good guy over here.
Right.
And since he's been around, he just kind of changed the culture. And that's why I'm like, okay, so I'm...
Why don't you guys put your headphones back on?
It's hard not to say him, but then my
all-time?
all-time is actually tattooed on me, so I'm going to show it. I got Reggie Miller.
Okay, Reggie Miller.
Doing the New
Reggie
York
Miller.
choke, so...
I'm running. I love it. Reggie Miller. Dog.
I actually saw a video the other day that said Reggie, whenever they were playing in the Olympics, he went and got dictionaries of all the different languages that they were going to be playing against, just so we could talk shit to him. And I was like, that's amazing.
That's sick. Dude, Reggie Miller's a dog.
Yeah. Are you guys ready to hear this track?
Boo.
All right.
I'm just kidding. I want to hear it.
It was made by a Pacers fan.
Boo.
This is where you air it out. Yeah. Where you air it out. Yeah. Unkle Samm. I'm spectacular. Accurate with vernacular, but these rappers hurt. Cause they swearing that they had it first, but don't laugh and smirk. When your girl riding my passengers, cause you lacking worth. And I've cracked the curse that I've had since birth. I'm spectacular. Accurate with vernacular, but these rappers hurt. Cause they swearing that they had it first, but don't laugh and smirk. When your girl riding my passengers, cause you lacking worth. And I've cracked the curse that I've had since birth. Got rhymes in bulk like Costco. Dash on songs like I'm Roscoe. Not like chicken and waffles. This flow is called staccato. You filling up your nostrils like some god-awful potholes. Focused on popping bottles. I'm what's popping. Shout out to Harlow. They've been sleeping on Sandman. Might change my name to Sandman. High like ladies of Pan. And when stumped like Patrick, I dance. Hand cramps for anthems. My main fans are random. When I'm paid, they'll say that I'm handsome and then some. With a flow this clean, kinda sounds like dopamine. My hopes and dreams form the coldest team from broke to bling. Find the kind of queen that gon' make you wanna shoulder lean. Mama said I could be anything I want, so I chose to be. I'm spectacular. Accurate with vernacular, but these rappers hurt. Cause they swearing that they had it first, but don't laugh and smirk. When your girl riding my passengers, cause you lacking worth. And I've cracked the curse that I've had since birth. I'm spectacular. Accurate with vernacular, but these rappers hurt. Cause they swearing that they had it first, but don't laugh and smirk. When your girl riding my passengers, cause you lacking worth. And I've cracked the curse that I've had since birth.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'll take it.
Hell yeah.
Not bad for a few days, right?
Hell yeah.
Making some magic. I like it. I was telling him that beat kind of reminded me of Requiem for a Dream.
Okay, yeah.
Kind of had like a little creepy vibe to it, but
If y'all fuck with that, put it in the comments
Put it
below.
in the comments.
yeah.
If you fuck that or not. I think it sounds pretty fire. I definitely gonna want to do some tweaks to it. And
I
make it
do.
sound a little nicer.
Want to take this time to say like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that shit
'Cause
that
he is a
YouTubers tell you to
YouTuber.
do.
'Cause
Because
he
I ain't no
is.
YouTuber.
Also, in case they don't know, I brought.
This.
You can
What is
plug
that? Whoa. There's gonna be a Chronic L's album release party
There is.
at what is this? 3258 West 32nd Street. That's right down the street from here.
Whoa.
Cleveland, Ohio, 44109. The doors open at 8. The show starts at 9. You got to be 21 to enter. That makes sense. It's a bar. DJ, Lobotomy Mommy. She sounds like she'd be a lot of fun. Fucking $10 to get in. All this talent. King Grim's gonna be there. Indiq, AB and D Gang, Baby Bird, Eli Moon, Nor, and not even featured on here, Chazzy B, who's asleep on the fucking chair right now.
What?
All brought to you by AiR frickin' C.
Dang.
Wow,
That's insane.
Now,
that was a great plug, man. That was fucking perfect.
now, I was trying to have Chazzy B rock his merch. So I could see what the hell he should be rocking.
He slumped, dog.
But yeah, he slumped out millionaire over there.
Well,
And
I got
also, hit me with a pass, Aaron. You know what I need. It's a touchdown. The Browns win a Super Bowl. That's because
It'll never happen.
Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, not you, Deshaun Watson, all drank Dubby Energy. Have you ever heard of Dubby Energy?
I've heard it because of you.
Oh my gosh, that's
I've
amazing.
heard great things.
This right here is like crack cocaine. Okay,
Whoa.
so you put this in your butt, I mean in your drink, and I swear to you, you're going to be running around the neighborhood looking like a fucking hyena. It's going to give you so much energy. The flavor is better than any of the competitors. It tastes great. It looks great. There's some anime guy on here. He looks pretty attractive. He's got a sword. That's really popular these days. Shadow, Monarch, Surge, Blue, Raz, Purple, Grape. 30 servings in here. I don't know how much this costs because...
$40 get 10% off it on your whole cart. If you use code AIRMC on the screen, w.gg, go get you some.
Yeah, it's right here. Go get you some. It tastes great. Aaron buys it all the time, so that's why I don't know the price. I'm lame, but I should know the price. And if you use code ARMC, you're going to get 10% off your whole cart. Please use it. It's great.
Yeah.
It's like crack, but legal.
All right, so I got some questions for you, man.
All right. Let's do it.
So, what inspired you to start making music, and who were your biggest influences?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I remember very vividly going to see 8 Mile in the movie theater
Okay.
when I was in 8th grade. And my boy Rob, we like left there and we were like, let's do that. Whatever that was,
Let's
like,
do that.
let's captivate a crowd with music, right? And so we started in 8th grade, and it was so different how it is now. Like, it's very accessible now
Right.
to make music. But, you know, back then it was like we're still burning
not.
CDs and,
Right.
you know,
Right.
doing all that. But I'd say, like, Eminem obviously just being a big influence, kind of seeing it right bold in front of your face and being like, this could be it. You know,
Right.
you could,
Right.
And so that's why I feel like I get a lot of like the lyricism of wanting to like try to rhyme crazy stuff together. You know, I kind of get that from him. And but then I remember from being in 8th grade, Tech 9, watching him and kind of seeing what he's been able to do as far as just like the king of the underground. Like everybody knows he
What
was.
inspired me to do what we did, man.
Yeah.
That's why I built my own studio. That's why I'd rather just own all the equipment than
Yeah.
have a team doing it for me.
Like finding out that he's on the Forbes list every year, just doing his thing. He doesn't have to bow to anybody. He doesn't have to answer to anybody. He does whatever he wants, and he's just very successful at it. So I feel like I've always appreciated his grind, and then even like today's music. We were just talking earlier about Rex Life Raj as an artist that I just
gotta
become
check out.
such a huge fan of. He's
I gotta check this dude out, man.
I could definitely send you a lot, but he has a project called The Blue Hour, I think is what it's called. It's basically like this time of his mom dying from cancer, and he just wrote this album just about pain and unanswered questions and just questioning a lot, you know, just about life, and just the way he was able to deliver it makes me like, man, we can like layer music, and and he's bringing in choirs to sing parts, and that's what I was like, yeah, like let's get a production going.
Yeah,
His stuff sounds real
You know what's
live.
crazy now? Like we were talking about it before the show. is AI is giving us the option to do that all by ourselves.
Right.
Like, there's to the point you can get an AI choir, and it's like real singers that they've sampled their voices. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy because we can do that like high-end production in such a minimal space now.
Yeah. And I just like that, I mean, I'm a big collaborator. Like, I love working with all different kinds of artists, and I love when I find somebody who I'm like, hey, I'd love for you to sing on a song, and they're like, oh, I don't sing on rap songs, and I'm like, you don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna write you a part, and I feel like I can kind of make somebody's voice blend into what I'm trying to produce.
For sure.
All right, can you walk us through your creative process when writing a song or producing a beat?
Oh man, so I am kind of a perfectionist, and I definitely think it's a trait that hurts me in some ways. Like, I probably could release a lot more stuff if I wasn't so tedious. But I made a decision because if you go back and listen to some of my older songs, they're kind of sloppy in my delivery. I didn't, say the words as strong as I wanted them to say, or felt like I was really reading off the paper,
I feel you. I
So,
feel you there.
I now made a decision that I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna write a song and then I'm gonna make a demo. So, like, for example, when I wrote the song for y'all show, I recorded a version for me to hear, and I played it every day.
Right.
And just memorizing the lyrics.
I'm
That
the
way,
same way.
when I come into the studio, I'm ready. I'm not underprepared, like, because I think about being on the engineer's time. Like, you can talk to my engineer Joey in Atlanta. I do not waste his time. Like, when we're in the studio, I work.
Right.
And
Cody's
I mean,
seen
we only
the
get
other side of that too, where somebody comes in and they're drunk.
yeah, or they're
They're
just
like,
not
"Oh,
prepared.
I'm gonna freestyle it."
Yeah, and they walk out with a chorus. You know
No,
what
the
I mean?
fuck you won't, big dog. You ain't gonna freestyle nothing.
Right. So I basically, whenever I'm doing a song, like when you're hearing me do a song, I'm not reading the lyrics.
Okay.
That's me in there, just I sometimes
Interesting.
close my eyes or
Fair
whatever.
enough.
And so because now I'm a firm believer in trying to deliver a perfect product if I can,
Right.
you know what I mean? And so, like when I've done my projects with my engineer, I've come in and recorded all the songs without even opening my book. Because I used to write in a book. Now I switched to my phone, but it's just easier. But yeah, I try to be very thorough in that regard.
For sure.
Hell yeah. What's a track you've made that means the most to you, and why?
Oh wow. Off the top of my head, I'm gonna go with "Call Me When You're Ready." It's a song that I wrote like back in 2013. No, I had no beat, no nothing. I literally wrote it. It's a story. It's a story song. Guy goes into a bar. He sees a girl who's not being treated unruly by a dude.
Okay.
He comes in and tells her, if you're with me, you wouldn't have to worry about that. So just call me when you're ready,
Okay.
And so I had the vision for this song. I had this whole idea and just never got it made.
Okay.
So then when I was going to drop a project in 2022, I was like, I want to get this song made. Like, this is the song I need to do, man.
Mm-hmm.
And so my boy Steven, shout out Steven Mason, he sung on a couple of my songs. I got him to do the chorus. And then Jordan Urban J, she did a part on the song as well.
Okay.
And we shot the video at the Treehouse in Tremont. They got a little private room up there. And so I rented the room out. We shot a video with Chief. I was telling you guys about Chief earlier.
Yep.
Shout out Stay Chiefy. One of the best in ATL, or one of the best in Cleveland if you're trying to get a video done. And he shot the video. We really were able to capture this whole story in this bar. And if you go watch that video, I'll tell you, I've showed people and they're like, "Then this is like a movie." I'm like, "It is. We've literally made like a movie." And it's a song that I hold near and dear to my heart, that it's like I literally saw it from no beat to just having a chorus and a tempo, and then getting the guitar, and then getting the video, and now you look at it and it's like, all right. But it kind of, to me, is like an inspiring song, because I liked making that story song so much. It makes me want to go, okay, what other stories can we tell?
Right.
So kind of opens the door and opens the mind up. So it's a inspirational song for me for sure.
Oh yeah, those are some of my favorite too. How do you balance storytelling and wordplay in your lyrics?
Wait, say that one more time.
How do you balance storytelling and wordplay in your lyrics? Especially being a fan of Eminem.
Right. I think it's a very good question. I think sometimes there's moments where I'll be writing and I'm like, damn, you're really focused on wordplay, but what are you saying right now?
Right.
You know, because
For sure.
you probably know who Ritz is. I love Ritz.
Got a signed poster right there.
What a guy. That's a great dude. So he has a line where he's like, anybody can rhyme thinking the singing to make it. He kind of makes fun of rappers who rap really
chopper
fast.
rappers.
Yeah, but they're not saying anything, right?
It's all filler.
And he's one of the ones where I'm like, he's rapping so fast, but he's saying something in every line.
Right.
I mean, Rich is somebody you can hang on to everything that he's talking about, you know. So I always try to be really methodical in my lines and try not to have any filler. Like I'm like, okay,
I'm the same way.
you need this line because it's gonna set up this line or whatever. Like, you know, something I kind of laugh about, like and it's real big in Texas music, like especially Houston, is the repeating of lyrics. You know, it's real prominent part of like the kind of like Mike Jones. You know, he would repeat like whole bars.
Mike Jones.
You know, and then he would sometimes take whole bars of song and make that into a song. You know what I mean? He was just kind of good at reusing stuff like that. And I always looked at that and was like, man, I don't know if I have that kind of like swagger for that. You know what I mean? I feel like me being a white dude, especially, like you got to bring it.
You have to have street credit if you're gonna do some shit.
Right,
like that.
right. You know, maybe one day.
That's like a stamp.
But yeah, that's the. I try to be really selective in what I'm putting in there and make sure it's making sense. Because when I used to write lines back in the day, I remember I would show my boy Rob this, look at this, man, and be this whole big bar, all these bars, and they all rhyme. It's this whole, I used like one phrase throughout the whole thing. Right. And he's like, okay, like this line and this line, but all of this in the middle is like, you just rhyming.
Sense. You're just
you know what
rhyming.
I mean? It's not making any sense. And I was like,
right.
You're correct. I wasn't mad at him. I was like, that's a great catch.
That's a good.
I'm just rhyming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like sometimes it is like I'm just spewing off the top of the head, whatever. But when I try to like sit down and really make something, I want to make it stick.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
What has been the biggest challenge you faced in your music career so far?
I've always told my mom this. I said, I feel like I have the talent and the work ethic. I just need the exposure, right? If just enough
financial
backing. If just enough people get the eyes on it,
right.
I feel like that they'll understand
They
it,
can
right?
catch.
So I always try to. My mom has a quote that sticks in my head. She says, "If anybody will sit down and listen to you for 5 minutes, you got it." So I've performed for some things that's like, why am I here?
Right.
They do not need a rap act here.
Been there plenty of times.
But I'm here performing.
Here we are.
Because someone needed entertainment. So.
Yeah, we drove like 3 hours one time to do a cancer charity, and then it turned out it was a racist neighborhood. And they kicked us out as soon as we started.
No way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We wrote like specific music for it just because of what it was.
It was a
And
relay
they
for
just heard
life.
rap and they're like,
for
"Oh, we're
cancer
turning that off."
event.
That's
Fuck y'all
wild.
walking tacos sucked. Wasn't no fucking meat in that shit. I was eating fucking Fritos, dog. Fuck y'all suck, and y'all don't like people of color, so y'all can eat my dick backwards.
damn.
How do you define success in the music industry?
Wow. I'd say in a sense I'm already successful because I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Like I get so much joy out of making music, and I think about, am I gonna be doing this when I'm 80? And I'm thinking probably, because I just love making music. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter, and it doesn't even really matter what genre it is, because I've been working on writing like country songs. I got a blues song idea. I've got all this stuff in my head
You
that
know
I'm
what's
like,
crazy is I was gonna say you got a voice for country music.
Man,
And you say you
And he
live
lives in
by
LA.
how far
Listen,
from Louisville?
I'm 45 minutes from
About
Louisville.
45 minutes from Louisville. You can talk about I got some country.
And I'll tell you, there's some people around my town who can sing. There's a guy who was on The Voice.
You're right. Racists can't do tacos. That was in the chat.
No, for real, bro, because they don't know what the
Amen.
fuck salt and pepper is, dude.
You know-
Or that's all they know.
You know, I was thinking about this. I actually had a TikTok back in the day where I was talking about how racist people, their food must be so bland.
Oh, if
I
They,
know.
they have no culture to them, and so they're just eating just the most bland food.
Think about all the fucking people that are like, you know, fucking love me some Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah,
and
Cinco
then they're
de
like,
Mayo.
the next day they're like, them fucking Mexicans.
Yeah, exactly.
Get the fuck out of here. Tell you what, leave your tacos though.
Right.
Can you share a defining moment in your music career that changed your perspective on music?
So, and we talked about earlier, where I'm from, there's not really a whole lot of opportunity to do rap. So most of my rap shows growing up were talent shows. And, you know, a lot of times I'm rapping against somebody who's singing, and how do you compare that? You know what I mean? This person can be a really good rapper, but this person could be equally just as good of a singer.
Right.
Those
So
are some of my favorite shows, though. I like shows where it's not like all the same energy,
Yeah.
all the same vibe.
For sure,
You
for
get
sure.
bored, so
Yeah.
you got to have that like up, down.
Right.
You get to vibe for a minute and chill, sit down.
Yeah. So when I was in college, I'd won a couple talent shows in high school. So, but I thought, okay, this is small town Indiana. Like, now we're gonna go to. I went to school in USI in Evansville, Indiana. So I'm like, okay, now this is a bigger area. A talent show here, I feel like would mean a little more.
My buddy lived in Evansville when he was little, and he fucking hated it.
Oh, I love Evansville. That's a great city.
He was like, I fucking hated Evansville.
If you came to Evansville, I would make sure you had a good time. Like,
All right.
there's great things to do.
Let's get lit.
So, but when I did my sophomore year of college, I won a talent show, and that was really, really exciting. But a couple years after that, I did a talent show where it was all rap. I was the only white dude. I didn't, all my fraternity brothers had a retreat that weekend, so I came to the show by myself.
You
I didn't
by
bring anybody.
yourself.
And then to get to the end, they're like, it's a
Damn.
crowd vote. And I was like,
Oh shit.
well, I'm screwed.
Right. Well,
Oh.
I lost.
And I ended up winning.
That's fucking fire.
And that to
dude.
me was a moment where I was like,
Alright.
okay, I'm not bad at this.
You know what's
I'm doing
crazy
something
too?
right.
Because like the other day when we performed at Halloween, man,
Mhm.
like I always say this shit. There's a lot of people in my family that don't really. I think they like know that I'm talented, but they don't like really believe in my music.
Mm.
And
He says
They
the F
always-
word too much.
yeah, like, and they always tell me, I wish you made music for kids. And I was like, fuck that, dude. I don't make music for kids. But we performed at this show the other day.
No, you just don't make music for their kids.
And there was a ton of kids there. We had kids come up and ask for our autograph. Like
Yeah.
these little kids were like,
It made my night. Like
What?
I gave the one kid. He's like, "You were our favorites tonight." So I
Yup.
gave him one of our hat pins. And I
gave
was
him
like,
the-
"Welcome to the
yeah,
flight
like
crew,
we
little
hooked
homie."
him up. Like it was so fun. And he said that he was like, don't listen to what anybody says, bro, because like you do make music for kids. And I was like, yeah, it's just might not be your fucking thing.
Yeah,
Not their
exactly.
kids.
And it's like, yeah,
Everybody
so
has different standards of what's okay and what's not.
y'all know who you are, bro. I'm calling y'all out if you do watch this somehow, but you guys don't follow my music anyway, so fuck y'all. But yeah, I don't make music for y'all because y'all kids don't like my music, so it's not for you. But it's not for y'all, man.
But
It's
I'll
for
tell you-
somebody else.
I'll tell you this, and I was telling Chaz this the other day. I said, you know, in a sense, like, you can make a song that could be like, okay, I'm gonna make a song for the radio, or I'm gonna make a song for the club. I'm gonna, you know, and you, like any rapper could really do that if they wanted to, right? But I feel like there's a artistry to me where I'm like, I don't want to blow up off of a song that. And then when people listen to my other stuff, they're like, "This is nothing like this."
This
I'm like,
isn't.
"Yeah, I know, but I did that so I could be popular." You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to do it for that
So
reason.
here's my theory on that: you need stage music,
Mhm.
and you need your real artist music.
Right,
Our stage music is just to get people to find the rest of our music.
right.
So we put our high energy, our in your face, not real lyrical, just like we're having a good time.
Yeah.
We're on stage, we're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then they look up our other music and they're like, "Whoa, these guys are dope."
Right.
So you got to have that, like.
And I'm not saying like you can't make obviously like a high energy, club song, but what I mean is like, for example, I remember seeing the guy who did Cupid Shuffle.
Yeah.
The guy that sang that. That's what he's known for, is the Cupid Shuffle. But he's a very, very talented singer. And he's like, I want to be known for this dance song. I want to be known for like that I have artistry to me. You know what I mean? And I was telling Chaz, I said, that's why you should make music that you love. You don't want to make a song where you're like, I'm performing this and I don't like this. I don't like, I wouldn't want to perform something where I'm rapping. I'm like, ew, this song sucks.
Isn't that right, Chaz? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen to
Brother.
that.
What's one lesson you've learned from performing live that every artist should know?
Do not perform over your track, please.
Make performance
Got 'em.
tracks.
Please. I'm begging you.
You can leave the hook.
Leave the
That's
hook
fine.
and leave your in and outs.
I'm going to be honest. When I do this shit on the 23rd, I might just perform over my track.
Don't do it. I'm telling you. It doesn't. And if it's all you got, like I get that too, but that's why my engineer, he will send me the finished song. I get an MP3, a wave, and a performance.
Yeah.
I ask for that.
Right.
Like, because he's right there. I'm like, take the verse out, leave the chorus, the in and
Anybody
outs.
that comes to me, I'm like, toss me an extra $5 and I'll make you an extra performance. Like,
Yeah, like I mean,
Right.
I've had to make them myself. You know what I mean? Because I've taken my instrumental and the song and just spliced out the verse and maybe it has an awkward transition, but
You know what we do is we'll just lower our vocals.
yeah. So there's all right. So
There you
if
go.
you have the Isotope plugin kit, it comes with RX Audio Doctor,
Mm-hmm.
which has a master rebalancing in it. So you can literally just lower the vocals. Like you can highlight the area that your
Okay.
verses are on and lower the vocals, and it'll like the AI whatever it will
Perfect.
fucking drop the
And
vocals.
Yeah.
because sometimes I'll be up there, I'll be performing, I'll be fucking up my words, dude. And
Oh.
it'll I can just pause and I'll hear it. and
Yeah.
it just,
Let me
real
tell you what I
faint in
did.
the background, just so you
Yeah.
can hear it.
Chaz was my witness on this. So I had a couple shows.
He's not a very good witness right now.
Right, not right now, but last summer when performing, there was a couple shows that I forgot my words.
bruh,
My verse would,
it happens.
the verse would start and I pause and I'm like, and then my in and outs catch me, and then when I hit the in and outs, then I get the rest of the verse. So I was telling him, I was like, I gotta fix that. So what I did is I started putting the first line with me,
Okay.
and then it drops off just in case I forget it. Because once I
Right.
get the first line, I'm good. But if I
Right.
can't remember the first line, I'll be like, how's the rest of my verse go?
Right, I feel you.
You know, but
You know what's crazy is most people will never realize that you missed any of your words.
No.
Or they
Oh,
just
yeah.
go, especially when you actually have performance tracks.
Yep.
They more respect it.
Yeah.
If you miss a line, like, dude, we performed. I definitely missed like 2 lines throughout performance, but
Yeah.
everybody fucking loved it.
But I tell people, I mean, I've performed with a lot of people, and they will perform right over their song, and I'm like, I get it if that's all you got, but man, at some point you gotta get that. It'll just sound cleaner
The
because
thing that gets me are the people that will perform over their full tracks and then not even say the words. They'll just jump around on stage. Like,
Oh, yeah.
How are you expecting people to get hype with you if you're not even saying what? Like, we don't know your words. Why would we get hype yet?
I also don't like
Formed with a
to
lot of those
if-
motherfuckers.
if you're like rapping over the track and you're rapping so much more energetic than you are on the song. You know what I mean? Because the song will be like real monotone.
It's like that meme.
And they're like, oh,
You
no, no.
ever seen that meme of Kevin Gates? He's on stage and he's doing this weird. I gotta find it. It's this weird ass jump, and it was like, man, he ain't got not one song that he should be doing this to. And it's like, bro,
much
for
energy.
real though, dude. No, it's like a weird. Like, hold on.
All right, I'm gonna get back to the question.
Yeah.
If you could collaborate with any artist, past or present, who would it be?
Oh man, that's a heavy question because I have. So, I've taught myself how to play the drums some years back, and so I can dabble with the rhythm sticks. You know, I wouldn't say
He's a dabbler.
I'm the Mr. You know,
He dibbles.
Mr. Drummer, but you know I can drum.
He dibbles.
But I love the Rev from Avenged Sevenfold.
Okay.
You know, he passed away, but his rhythms, I was like, oh, I'd love to just rap with just him on beats. I mean, it would just be insane. But I mean, I would love to have done a song with Mac for sure.
Same.
I mean, I could go Eminem. He would bury me on it, but it's okay. Gotta be buried by the goat. That's fine. We talked about Rex Life Raj earlier.
Right.
I definitely would love to collaborate with him. I know Cleveland's finest, you know, MGK. I'm a big fan of really his artistry. To me can be defined in so many ways. So I would, if he wanted to do a rock song, I'm like, we'll spit some lyrics on a rock song, or if we want to do a rap song, we could go bars. Like I
want to collaborate with somebody like stupid, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like it'd be like, oh,
Prince.
yeah, like some people be like, oh, what the fuck? Like, I didn't even know that guy still makes music. Like, I'm trying to think somebody like funny.
Oh, dude, Josh Groban. I would do a song with Josh
Rick
Groban.
Astley.
Rick Astley.
Yes.
Yeah,
No, I'm not kidding you. He has a piano version of him doing "Never Gonna Give You Up."
Yeah.
Do not sleep on it. It is so good.
All right, I gotta show you this picture. So there's the picture.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like he ain't got not one song, not one
He's
single
jumping full.
song where he needs to be doing.
What is that?
What is that, John?
Cannonball!
That's
That
insane.
motherfucker. Yeah, it's right here. Here's the meme. He don't got a single song where he need to be doing this, bro. For real. And I
All right.
fuck with Kevin Gates.
Oh,
bro.
yeah,
He
Kevin
goofy
Gates is
as
dope.
hell.
How do you feel about the current state of hip hop, and where do you see it heading?
I think it's going this way because there's definitely a side that prefers one sound and another side that prefers another sound, and then that splits off into a bunch of different things, and then probably somewhere up here they meet. But I've heard a lot of, like, I would say the younger generations rap, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, this is not made
Shit's
for me.
Fucking whack.
I won't say it's whack
Whack,
because
whack,
there's a
whack.
fan base for it, right? But for me, I'm like, this isn't something that I would bump.
Right.
But then there's stuff over on my side that I really love that other people are
Right.
like, that's whack. And I'm like,
You know who I fuck with that's like popping right now? And it probably helps that I find her quite attractive.
Who?
Ice Spice.
okay.
I fuck with Ice Spice, dude. And I didn't fuck with her at first. I was like, this bitch is dumb. But then, like, I don't know, dude. I'm just like,
Then
nah.
he became a
I mean,
poopy.
she's dumb, but, like, bro,
Well.
she's hot. And, like, and the shit
dumb,
she
but
says, here's the thing, bro. Like, okay, so people always say we're, like, Juggalo adjacent rappers, whatever, because, like, Juggalos fuck with our shit, and, like, the EDM community does, like, and there's a lot of, like, tie-ins between those two shits. So, like, because we make chirpy shit, whatever. They like to fucking suck nitrous. I don't do that shit, but whatever, bro. If you want to get high to moonwalking and fucking suck a tank of nitrous, dude, well, who am I to tell you no?
Who am I to
But-
judge?
This is
Like,
America.
I'll be honest, like, this is me airing it out, bro. Like, I don't think ICP is that fucking good at rapping.
Okay.
But
Their energy's incredible.
I love they're huge pro wrestling fans. I think they are two of the most funny human beings I've ever fucking seen on planet Earth, and I have my cheeks hurt from laughing. Maybe a little ironically sometimes from their music,
Right.
but I have to say, dude, like, my cheeks are hurting listening to their music because I'm smiling and laughing so hard.
Right.
Because some of the shit, I'm just like, dude, why? Like, but I love them, and I'll always
it's-
say
it's
that
better
shit.
than your
You
cheeks
know what I
hurting.
mean?
It's
But
better-
I'm gonna keep it straight up with people. Like,
It's better
I'll
than your
put on
cheeks
ICP.
hurting from leaving a Diddy party. That's all I'm saying.
Facts.
Big facts.
Facts. I'll fuck with ICP, but, like, I'm gonna make fun of them. But they make fun of themselves, so I think it's like, whatever. Would I perform at the gathering? Yes. Would I go to the gathering? No.
Fair
I'll be
enough.
honest. Like, that's I think where I'm at.
I'm just past the point in my life that I want to be.
I don't want to
arguing
be
for 3
around that
days.
shit. I would fucking rip my hair out. Like these people, dude. I love the whole like show me your butthole, woo. Like you know what I mean, like the gay.
But he's
humor.
never actually seen their butthole.
And that's what I'm saying. They never even do show their butthole for one. Duh, weak as fuck. And two, I'm not gonna deal with a bunch of fucking smelly, gross people coming up to me telling me to show me their butthole or show me mine. I don't.
I've never been to a gathering.
Dude,
so
I'm
didn't know
gonna.
this is what
I would
happened.
fucking lose my mind. I would never go now perform there. Fuck yeah, dude. Because
It would
like
be one of the most energetic crowds.
they
you've ever
they are
performed
punk rock to the core. They might get pissed at that, but I don't give a shit. Juggalos,
Riff
you
Raff?
guys are punk rock to the fucking core,
Like
dude.
Riff Raff fucking hid behind his DJ and ran off the stage. Because
Yeah,
they
bro,
were
they started
shit at
throwing
him.
shit at him.
He's like, if
yeah.
one more
Because
person
he
throws
sucked.
anything, I'm getting off the
And
stage.
he bitched at him, and his don't throw shit. So what do you think they're gonna do? Throw more. They're juggalos.
All you
dude.
got to do is catch it and throw it back.
First
One
time I ever performed at a
It's like going to
Juggalo
prison.
place, bro, like straight up, it was in Jess's backyard, and there was a ton of people there, bro. There was like 50, 60 people in like a backyard, bro, and it's like, okay, this is lit as fuck. And so they're all gathering around, but they're like fucking with my shit, but they start throwing shit at me. Like they're throwing like the bracelets, the ones you crack.
Oh, yeah,
you know, the
yeah,
glow
yeah,
bracelets.
glow bracelets.
And like, you know, beads and shit in there, but they're fucking with my music.
Yeah.
But they're throwing shit at me. But they're fucking with my music.
Yeah, right.
So I'm starting to think, I'm
nobody
like,
re- nobody really-
oh, I get it now.
Nobody really fucks with Riff Raff's music.
You gotta like,
Yeah,
you gotta be taken in
Yeah,
by the
that's-
Juggalos. They kind of give you like a little test, like, can you really get down with what we do? This is just what we do. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. But if you do, you know, keep. And I did.
Yeah.
We did. And they fuck with us now, dude. And I fuck with them.
This question-
They're nuts. They're fucking absolutely
Shut up, Cody.
nuts. Fuck you, dude. This is my show too.
This question is pretty geared towards you.
Okay.
Because you are a full-time influencer now. What is your take on the influence of social media on independent artists?
Well, I'll tell you that when you are full time in it, it doesn't feel less of a job. You know, there's a responsibility that comes with it. You know, as trying to put yourself out there. I think about all the time if I'm doing enough. That was something. So I've basically been full time since last January.
Congratulations.
And thank you. And I think at first I was kind of just like, it's like I jumped out of the airplane, but I didn't know if my parachute worked yet. So I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
and you almost like you forgot you had a parachute.
Yeah, we're like, okay,
too.
wait, what
Fuck, I
do
gotta
I
pull
do?
that.
Yeah, where am I going? You know, so I feel like last year I was just kind of like free falling for lack of better words.
And sometimes I feel like that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you shouldn't have pulled your parachute too early. Maybe
Yeah.
it's a good thing. Everything happens for a reason.
Exactly.
90% of America is scared to take the leap.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And it was, man, because like in those first couple weeks where it's like, oh, I don't have a paycheck anymore. Crap. You know what I mean? Like
Fuck.
that stuff that's definitely a little harder to, focus on. But, I really this year, because I feel like now I got a year of it under my belt. Now with this year, it's like, okay, you need to start utilizing yourself more. So like I went to school for radio and television. I have a bachelor's degree in that. And so I need to use that. So I know how to edit video. I know how to shoot video, and there's still a lot I don't know when it comes to that, like lighting and all that. But I was like, you know what? You're just going to start doing trial and error stuff till you learn it,
Right.
And so now we're starting to get into more of like, I'm actually getting into more of like director mode.
Right.
When I do a video. It's like, okay, let's not just shoot a video. Let's actually go to this spot and film this way.
For sure.
Try to get more like cinematography going. And that's why I told myself that, you have this in your back pocket. You just wanted somebody else to do it. Like, well, I don't have a good camera. Well, you have a camera in your pocket. Everybody does.
Right.
Like,
You got a pocket fucking computer.
I will tell you, people really underutilize your phone. Like, so many of my music videos have been shot on my iPhone. I mean,
And they'll be like, nah, I don't. I take pictures all the time. And it's like, yeah, but you're like, what do you do with those pictures? Like, jerk off to them? Like, I don't get, like, what are you doing with that shit? You're
Right.
scrolling 90% of the time on social media.
I have so much content that I've shot that I have not used.
Right.
And that's where I'm looking through my phone going, oh, man, I have this. I didn't, like, I shot videos of me rapping my songs to post, and I totally forgot I did.
Yeah.
Just because I've been, I'm just shooting everything I can.
I feel you.
So now it's kind of just honing that in and really kind of getting a direction with it.
Now you get to go in editor mode.
Yeah,
Take
yeah.
all that content,
So-
just upload it to your computer and
Yep.
just fuck with it. What do you think separates a good artist from a great artist?
Work ethic, I will say through and through.
100%.
You can be, and I'll bet you guys too. You guys know very talented rappers. You probably would know rappers who you would consider to be at your level or greater. I know rappers better than me,
But they're not doing anything.
but they're not doing nearly as much as they should be. You know, I mean, I don't know if you guys know who Russ is.
Yep.
Russ is a great inspiration too. I've loved his independent grind, and I've appreciated everything he's done and shown. And he gives away a lot of free game. He has a book. It's called "It's All in Your Head," and in that book, he talks about he was in a rap group in high school, and all of his friends did music, but he's the one that made it
Right.
because he had the work ethic.
Right.
He's sleeping in the studio, waking up, eat, breathe, live music. And it's not saying that somebody can't get there, but I watch people all the time like, man, they're so talented, but they're not really
They're not doing it.
putting it forth. Like that's why I told myself I've been dropping a song a month,
Yep.
so I've been consistent with it. And I'm dropping an album next month.
Yeah.
And then I still got songs I'm dropping after that. You know what I mean? I'm already thinking, okay, you don't forget, you got to drop for July, August, September, October, November,
Right,
December. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
so it's just constant. Like even though the album's done and ready, it's like I'm still thinking to the next thing.
I would probably say if I looked through both of the computers that we started recording with, we'd probably have like 80 unreleased songs.
For sure.
That
Wow.
will never see the light of day, just because
They sound
we
like
did a lot of
shit now.
experimental shit. You know
But
what I mean?
I was telling Chaz about getting started. I said there's a quote by Ernest Hemingway. I think he says your first draft is shit
Yep.
because everything you start with is usually it's not what you finish with.
Right.
Even how you wrote a verse, like you rapped it this way, but then by the end of it you took this word out, you switched how you came in. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
different.
That's
and
definitely when I'm
for
writing
sure.
a song. That's how I am.
Yeah.
That's
That's
I sit here
how-
right at my desk and I record.
Like,
it, and then I'm
we
"Ah, I
got
don't
this
like that."
album release party coming up. I'm like listening to my shit because like I forgot the words on some of my
Yeah.
shit. Like I recorded it and I had it all written down and I'm recording it and then I'm like, okay, bet. And I didn't really think. I'm like, bro, like you're gonna perform all this. Like you got to make sure you know. So I've been doing that.
Yep.
And then we're working on some stuff for the future. And so I'm really focused on like that as well, but like this hasn't dropped yet, and then we're gonna get physical copies of my CD for me to sell, and so I had to order that, and it's like all of this stuff, and you gotta have like the drive to do it. Like you can't just expect that I'm gonna drop this song and these motherfuckers in
A million people are gonna listen.
China are gonna find it, and
Yep.
it's gonna go viral.
So my first thing I ever dropped was in 2013. I dropped it on iTunes, and at that point I had like 700 fans on Facebook. That was like a big metric at the time, and so I thought, okay, I'm gonna try to sell 100 copies of this album. You know what I mean? And someone was like, "That's kind of low," and I'm like, "Yeah," I was like, "But if we sell more, great."
It's the goal.
I sold 13. That was and I remember that was like such a dagger to the heart. It's more than zero, But at the time, you think you drop it and you're just gonna blow up, and that's when you kind of get hit in the gut, and you're like, okay,
It's when reality sets in.
I gotta do this consistently. I can't just expect, And even that, I mean, I've been rapping since 8th grade for me, so it's been a minute.
I've been rapping since 7th grade,
And so
I
exactly,
feel you on that.
and you just feel like, man, I've been doing this for a minute, but I love it. I don't, consider. I mean, earlier I talked about kind of, the content creation being a job, but like when I sit down and work on a song, it is nothing. Like when he sent me that beat, I was so excited because I was like, man, I haven't wrote a song in a minute. You know what I mean? So I was excited to sit and write one. And I used to tell Mom, I said, it'd be like I'd be like, I'm getting ready to go to bed, like go to work tomorrow, And it's like every night I'm like, I don't know, I'm about to go work on music until I'm tired, and then wake up and do it again tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's really like just a great freeing feeling, and I feel like you start making your best stuff, and then I feel like I told Chaz that I feel like every song I drop, I'm just getting better and better and better. That's feeling for me.
Keep growing,
Feels
baby.
great. Yeah,
Keep growing.
Absolutely.
That's what it's about.
Yeah. Last question: if you could give one piece of advice to an up-and-coming artist, what would it be?
Don't be perfectionist. Coming from one, I think people get too wrapped up sometimes in, it sounding a certain way or wanting it to be perfect, and I was telling Chaz, I said, if you go back and listen, I have a couple songs that they're not perfect. My most streamed songs, there's a chorus that's off a little bit, or just in the engineering process, we didn't take a part out that I wanted to take out, and it's in there forever now, and it's like, but I told myself the thousands of people that listened to that song didn't care.
Right.
They liked it for what it was. You know what I mean? So you should like it for what it is, and understand that you're gonna grow. Like, don't think that just because when you release this one song that's what you have to be the whole time. I think something that kind of pigeonholed me was that I thought I had to make like real hard aggressive rap, but I'm not a hard aggressive person.
Right.
I am, I consider, I'm Uncle Samm, but I'm a nice dude. Like, I only will get mad or angry if someone's getting mad, angry at me, and then there's but like just walking through my life, I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna be happy.
I'm gonna piggyback off of what you said a little bit. Don't hold on to your music because you don't know who you're gonna be next month as an artist. So if you don't just drop your music, sometimes it'll never get out. Mm-hmm. Like
for real.
There's so many times that we have open projects and we're like, let's just start something new, and then we'll never open that project again. So like you said, don't be a perfectionist. Just release your music, man. Let people see what you got going on.
Now, he's done with his questions. I got a little speed round for you.
Okay.
I got a couple more. What's your favorite song you ever recorded?
My favorite song that I ever recorded?
Yes.
I think, gun to my head, I'm gonna say "She Don't Date White Guys."
Okay.
Because that song was, the way it came about was really cool. I have a producer who's in Africa. She found me on Twitter. Shout out Stylin' Beats.
Shout out.
She's
dude.
the best in the game.
Where's she from in Africa?
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
She found me on Twitter, and we linked up, and she started making beats for me. And I sent her this beat, a lo-fi beat that I found. I was like, can you make something like this? She like repackaged, made this like similar sounding beat, and then I got a guy from Evansville named Monty to do some saxophone on it. And there's a little saxophone solo on the end of it, and it's just, it's a song that's so good. And my dad's playing guitar on it too. Like, it's just, there's a lot. It's kind of like the production of a song, and that was one that I loved. That all came together,
For sure.
So.
Okay, so that's she don't date white guys.
She don't date white guys.
Favorite artist you ever worked with? That could be performance wise. That could be just recording a song. Your producer.
I will say probably my engineer and my producer both are probably up there, just because my engineer, everything you hear on streaming services was engineered by him.
Okay.
So this song we just did would be the first one that would not be his. So
well, I'm happy that we're the first one.
Yeah, right.
That little comfort zone for sure.
But Stylin', to me, man, she's so, like, talk about the work ethic being there.
Yeah.
She matches mine. Like, if I hit her and I'm like, hey, I need a beat by Friday, she'll get it to me. Yeah, probably Wednesday night maybe. You know what I mean? Like, she's just, and if not, she's real good about communicating with me. Like, hey, just give me like 2 more days, whatever. Like, she's really good about communicating with me on that, and very, very reliable. And
shout out to the people in Zimbabwe.
Yeah, we're trying to. We talk about one day where we're gonna meet, and we're gonna do it, like, cook up in person.
Yeah,
that's gonna be
Maybe she's really
make some
hot.
good content. But she don't date white guys.
Maybe she does date white guys.
It could be. Yeah, you never know.
Bro, okay. So we got, what's her name?
Stylin' Beats.
Stylin' Beats. Shout out to Stylin' Beats. Shout out to Zimbabwe, Africa, man. We love y'all. She don't date white guys. What's your favorite food?
Well, wings. Actually, yes.
What's your favorite flavor?
Mango habanero.
Mango habanero.
And I am a ranch guy.
And he said he's a ranch guy. We already know that he has no taste buds. I'm just fucking with you. I got 2 extra ones just because whatever. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask the last one, but I'm gonna save that for last. How the fuck did you start gauging your ears, and when did you start gauging them?
So I was in college. Well, I had my ears pierced. My first ear pierced when I was 4 or 5.
Okay.
My mom was going to Walmart to get her ear pierced, and I was like, "Can I get mine pierced?" She's like, "You want your ear pierced?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Man, they stuck that gun. Ah! Screamed all the way out of Walmart. My mom's like, "What was the point of that?" You know? But it was cool. I was the kid in elementary school. People were like, "Whoa," you know. And so then when I was 13, I ended up getting the other ear pierced so I could match. And then when I got to college, I like put little 16s in, you know. I was like little, like, you know, with the barbells on them. I was like, these are kind of cool, you know. And then
these are kind of cool.
Well, I went to a 00, and I was there for a long time because I was always told that was the point of no return, or you could be there and you could take them out and they would close back up.
Right.
And then one day I was like, you know, I'm gonna be a famous rapper one day, so I just went bigger. And then I worked jobs that were cool with it.
Right.
So then it was even better. Like, so I worked at Topgolf. They did not care. So I just went bigger and bigger while I worked at Topgolf. Just bigger and bigger. Then I was working corporate for them with these in. They were still cool about it. So I was like, as long as my boss don't care, I'm good, you know. Right now we're sitting at about 46 millimeters.
Holy shit.
We're gonna get to 50 millimeters and stop. I'm sorry, Mom. I know she's gonna be mad that I said that, but she's been begging me for years to stop stretching my ears. But
whatever. It makes you happy. It's what you like. Who the fuck?
She just says, just wait till I'm dead. I'm like, well.
And the last question.
Okay.
How the hell did you get tied up with Pat McAfee?
Oh, that is actually a funny story.
I would be completely remiss if I did not talk about. If you guys don't know who Pat McAfee is, he has a show on, what is that?
ESPN.
ESPN, the Pat McAfee Show. If you're a huge pro wrestling fan, you know exactly who I'm talking about. He's been involved with WWE on and off for the last probably 5-6 years now. I kind of think he's a little fucking annoying, but I will say he's got a huge fan base. There's a lot of people out there that love him. He might just not be fully for me, but whatever, dude. He's also a former punter in the NFL. That's where he kind of got his start and fame, whatever.
And did he
accept
the job request?
The what?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, what happened was, I mean, I'm from Indiana, so Pat being on the Colts was, everybody knew who he was, but he had just this big Twitter fandom. You know, he just was funny. And then his antics on the field, if you ever go, you can YouTube his highlight reel. He has like a top 10 plays, and all of them are. You're like, this is a punter, and watching these like cool plays. You know, who knew that he could do all this? So he kind of got his notoriety that way, and then he ended up quitting the NFL to go to the podcast. Right. Well, my best friend Rob, that I was talking about earlier, who I started doing music with, my first producer. He listened to the podcast, and he got me into it. He's like, yeah, listen to their podcast. It's cool. It's a bunch of dudes being dudes, you know what I mean? And just being funny. And so we really got hooked. So every week, listening to the show. Well, then they started they had like a sports show, but then they had more of like a podcast.
Right.
So then it became, you know, I got really hooked. And so then now we have a crew, got all these guys, you know. Well, Super Bowl was in Atlanta. This was 2019. And so I would work this event, and I go in, and it's Pat McAfee and the team. Yeah. And they're doing a 3-day golf tournament at Topgolf, and I was one of their servers. I was floored because I was like, I love this guy. I know all these dudes. Like, this is gonna be so cool.
Right.
So, it was like an 8-hour event, and I got to the end, and I was able to be like, hey, like I'm a real big fan, and you know, he's like, oh, you know, I said I'm actually from Indiana, and so then he's like, what are you doing in Atlanta? And I was like, oh, I'm down here to further my music career. And he's like, what kind of music do you do? And I was like, I rap. And he's like, no way. And he's like, you got something I can hear? So I pull up my Spotify, you know, and he's like, I've always wanted to be in a music video. And I'm like, dude, we could totally do a music video. That'd be cool. So he's like, are you going to be he goes, we're going to be here for another 2 days. Are you going to be taking care of us? And I was like, I don't know. I just put me on random events. And he said, well, if you're here, come by and see us.
Right.
So the second day I wasn't working his event, but I popped up and just said hi to him.
Right.
You know, kind of made pleasantries.
Yeah.
The third day I go up and see him again, and he's like around a bunch of people, and he sees me. He's like, Unkle Samm, and comes over and he's like, you ready? And he pulls his phone out and he starts playing my song, which is called "The Turnip Is Real," and he pulls out his Instagram and films a story with him and I.
There you go.
And tags me in it. I mean, my mind was just blown. You know, so much was happening so fast. Yeah. And he's like, dude, he goes, have you ever thought about making a song for the show? And I was like, Yes, I would love to make a song for the show.
Yeah.
So on every Friday they have a playlist and they call it the Friday Bangers.
Right.
So I made a song and it was called the Friday Bangers. So I made it for their show and they play it every Friday and they'd shout me out. Then like they would then I dropped a song with this producer named Twine, and Twine made a beat for Pat just for them to play just from the show. And this was during COVID.
Right.
So, you know, and this song, like a lot of people loved it. And so I messaged Twine and I said, what are your plans for that beat? And he just sends me the beat.
Yeah.
So then I made We Getting Lit, which is my most famous song. Pat played it on his show and like shouted me out. It was huge. And that song was like, it's got over like 100K streams. It's my...
Well, that's okay.
That's Pat McAfee, and so
that's pretty cool.
He then 2021 he had asked for they were looking for a video editor, and he put on Twitter, does anybody know a video? So then I made my video resume, which was me trying to shoot my shot to work with Pat, and it kind of blew up on Twitter. It did really, really well. Like I had like probably over 30,000 views on it.
Hell yeah.
Didn't get the job, but it was like still just kind of cool to see people like.
You shot your shot. Man.
I did always shoot your shot.
Let's see here if I can find this really quick. I had
we're about to make him freestyle.
A little viral thing on TikTok during COVID. Let's see. I'm curious to see where it's at. This went to 329.6 thousand views. It was this right here. It was like completely viral. All like 39,000 likes, like all the shit. I was skinny. I was talking about like fuck Daddy DeWine, like all this shit.
DeWine.
All of the unrehearsed. The other day you took the podium and told the whole state you have to be home at 10 p.m. like mom on the first date. I guess that COVID-19 is the smartest of viruses. Influenza, Ebola, the swine flu were just tiny shit. I'm trying to start a career and I ain't got no time for this. So catch me outside, how about that? And you can just find me there. Listen, if masks work, how does make any sense? Why is last call at the bar at a fucking 9:45? But meanwhile, you could hit the gas station with friends with no mask, a 12-pack till it's 1 a.m. Telling mom and pop shops that they better advise, but the line at McDonald's is still stretching as long as their lives. Fuck a new world order, homie, we stacking the lines. But first off, double bird to you, Daddy DeWine, and all of America. I got so many people on there that were like, I loved that until you said fuck America at the end. And I'm like, bro, go back to your fucking trailer and smoke some meth.
Alright, so we're gonna make you freestyle.
We're gonna make you freestyle.
You only had 30 seconds.
But I think you got
I'm just gonna put on a Rex Life
We'll see what happens.
A Rex Life Raj beat, and you go till you can.
Yep, and if you need to tag me in, you need to thank me, whatever, tag me in, I'll help you out. I'm gonna give you the background vocals.
Okay. Ooh. You turn it up just a smidgen.
Hold on.
Oh.
I just fucked that up.
You fucked it up. Here we go.
There we go.
Yeah, 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 yeah. 'Cause I wanna hold you.
Alright. I'm trying to catch it when it drops. There it goes. Okay. Now go. Hey. Okay.
Uncle Sam. Air it out.
Hey. It ain't no Daddy DeWine, it's your man Unkle Samm. I'm coming fresh even though I got holes in my veins. You know, understand, I don't got time to pretend. I'm here, I'm as real as they am. They never seen a man like this from Indiana. They 812, but the 216 is a cleaner air. You never seen it where we air it out. You see, I'm a standing out like I am a scarecrow, but they don't know, they never seen this flow before. I had to take a breather, now I'm back and I can smell the new ether. It's a new season, Unkle Samm. Enigma dropping next month, ya man. In case you didn't know, and now you know, I've been flowing even before the 4th grade. I was doing nursery rhymes, but now I'm head of Courier Times, you know. You never seen this before, but now you know. Oh.
Go on,
Was that 30
Yeah.
seconds?
You never grind like this. You
Was it
never
that 30
grind like
seconds?
this.
Grind,
Yeah.
grind.
But
all
I'ma
the
shine like a
time.
motherfucking star in the sky. Come and get high.
Ooh.
I'm about to sing. I'm a fresh guy. CMC 216. I'ma touch the big light.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now I'ma hit you with a couple bars, switch it to rap. And I never talk about the drugs and the trap. And I just talking about the Orlando shit, cause I'm making magic. You know it's tragic when you fall down on the ground and don't get up. What has happened? It's not about falling down, it's what you do when you get picked up off of the ground. Damn, I had to think of that. Damn, I'm smoking weed, it's kinda pink and shit. But ain't no fucking chemicals. Yeah, you motherfuckers smoking presidential, nah, you smoking nothing. You motherfuckers smoking muffins. Yeah, you probably in there giving plumpkins. Because that's nasty. Yeah, I be smoking weed, rapping till my voice raspy. Yeah. So come and catch me if you can. Song coming, motherfucker, you can catch me, babe.
Yeah. And go get that new merch drop.
Hey,
Catch
that
me
was
if you
good,
can.
man.
Dude, you killed that shit.
No, that was
That was fire, dude. That was fire.
that was a
Fucking
cool little
get
beat
the
though.
fuck
See,
outta
that's
here,
the kind of Rex Life
dude.
effect, man. You'll see how you went from the singing to the rapping. You'll love him because he
Yup.
can just switch that, and it's.
Yup.
That's what we're trying to get on this year, man. We're doing a lot of different stuff.
Hey, I'm telling
Putting
you,
on our singing
and
voices.
listening to him, it's inspiring. You'll be like, oh shit, okay, we could do something like that. Like, I hope to inspire you.
Facts.
I'm excited.
Facts.
So I'm gonna play one of his music videos. He hand-picked this video.
Yeah, I did this.
Windows down, freestyle.
Yeah.
Windows down.
We're gonna go full screen on this. Switch
You ain't seen this, you
video.
about to check it.
Bop. Here we go.
My man,
Yeah, it's
yellow,
like that's one of the perks of living out in the country is nobody cares what you're doing.
right? My man look like a mustard pack right now. I love it. Mustard's my favorite.
Let me talk to him real quick. Yeah. Windows down, let the smoke out, smelling so loud. Burn one, but it's smelling like a whole pound. You should know now, Uncle Samm the flow hound. Reppin' Indiana like it's SoCal. Whoa, how does he do it? Cause he a vibing movement. Deuces to the blueprint, a virgin kissing two lips. Somewhere in the mix between an outcast and a cool kid. Subpar student, ain't a genius, but ain't stupid. Professors' lectures was falling on these deaf ears. People talking about wasting their best years and how they did things only to impress peers. So I'ma spoil my team when the check clears. A shopping spree for mom and me. Pockets on obese, popping something I can't pronounce and give my pops a drink. Toast to y'all, I'll be in a witness. Every year been the year, but this one feeling different.
Windows down, let the smoke
It's feeling
out.
different.
Windows down, let the smoke out.
No, I really do be feeling different though.
Down, down,
Yeah.
down, down.
Hey, they say I got the hose, but maybe it's the juice. Couple of them trying to drink it, but this is not meant for you. It ain't a move, it's my mood. I'm not a typical dude, and I'm cool on a feud. I'd rather just burn a dude. Thoughts is going crazy. I'm trying to find a lady to give all this loving to and have a couple babies. Don't even need an AP. This diesel looks amazing. Hit my prime like I dapped up Dion and 03 McGrady. It's all gravy. Add some biscuits with some chicken, then it's back to business. 2020 on the vision, not the year, the prescription. I was rapping in high school, they was giggling, but now I got additions, they got addictions. Oh, oops, how the turntables have turned. You bragging about what's been given, I'm bragging about what I earned. So this herb I'ma burn, exhale any concerns. And the word is I'm a bird, that means this beat a worm. It's absurd. One day I'll be chilling in a Ibiza, reminiscing on the day my car ain't have a heater. Now they a believer, thought I'd never be here. I'm on top and they mad like with pineapple on pizza.
Windows down, let the smoke
And it's a
out.
vibe switch.
Windows down, let the smoke
And it's
out.
a, and it's a,
Windows down, down.
hey, yeah.
Windows down, down.
And the window's still down as the sun's in the background. Feeling like a king, smoking Cali, ain't in Sagtown. About an hour and a half south of Naptown. Next to 34, gotta zoom in on the map. Wow, I ain't have a lot of luxury, trust me. Lot of people bumping keys, I would rather bump some beats. Once I give them some of these, it's curry off the bubble stream. Trying to crush 100 dreams and get to living comfortably. Yes, laid back but leaning forward if you out of pocket. Yes. If it get messy, then I'm leaving before it get toxic. Yes. I catch you bluffing your energy, well then I'ma call it chaotic beauty at its finest, like a mosh pit. No room for nonsense, only deposits. I'm locked in, constant like a champion in Boston. Grant on the beat, Geechee on the boards like prodding me. I'm assisting with it, so I guess that makes me Stockton. Yeah. It's your man, Uncle Samm.
Hey, pineapple on pizza is really good, though. Just to clarify.
It is really good.
I
Pineapple
do
belongs
love pineapple on pizza.
If you don't fuck with pineapple on pizza, then we don't fuck with you.
Yeah, that was fire, man.
That was
you.
gas.
Shot and edited myself. My brother was driving the car.
Yeah.
I was not driving, obviously.
He's the one who got out and got your
You was
hat.
talking with your fun.
Yeah, right.
All right, so this is the time I want you to drop your socials.
Yes, sir.
I want you to talk about any upcoming projects you got,
Yes, sir.
any shows you got.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I am Unkle Samm. That is UNKLESAMM with a K and 2 M's. It's also on the chain.
It's on the chain.
Shout out Kitty.
Yeah, we be official right here, like a reference to the whistle.
Right, and that's Unkle Samm on everything. So I don't have any underscores or anything. I actually got them all the way I want them, which is really dope. I've got a new song.
Eli Moon said it's a no on pineapple pizza from him.
Eli,
Man.
bruh, stop talking.
If it wasn't just Papa Moon's birthday, I would insult you, but I'm not going to. No.
Man.
That's
He's
what
in Cleveland. He can do it to your face.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Meet me outside. But don't bring
Catch me
Papa Moon, I'll
outside,
hug
how
him.
about that?
But yeah, I have a new song I'm gonna drop this month, which will be a teaser for the album that drops in June. My tentative date, I'm gonna give you a tentative date, is the 27th of June for the album. It's called Enigma, an Unkle Samm origin story.
Enigma.
Blah, blah, blah. Gonna be dropping a trailer this week upcoming. Breaking news.
Oh,
So,
shit.
what exactly? So, yes, got a new, so a song is called "Better Late Than Never" is dropping this month, and it will be on the album, which is dropping June 27th. So
June 27th.
mark it.
Hell yeah.
Mark it fucking down.
I don't have any upcoming shows currently, but I might be cooking up something around my home area. So I'm gonna keep everybody posted on that. Oh wait, before I forget, one more time.
Oh, shit.
There is a show that you should attend.
Really?
Yeah.
I will not be able to make this, and I apologize. But
All right.
this is me doing my part
Yeah.
to tell
May
you.
23rd.
May
23rd.
L's.
You guys
So
need to
much
be
great
here.
talent. Shazzy, B, wake your ass up and promote the show right now. Give me a promo on the air. End of the show. Promo right now.
Right beside you.
This is your due diligence. Here we go.
Yeah. Yep.
Camera's right here.
Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3,
What's going
go.
on, guys? On May 23rd, Friday, doors at 8, show starts at 9 o'clock. We got a good amount of artists coming through. We got CMC promoting the new album that's coming out. We got Gingerbread coming up to do the backups. We got everything laid out for the great show that's going on.
Eli Moon,
Friday,
Nor.
May 23rd. Doors at 8, show at 9. Be there.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude.
We love
great.
that.
He just took a nap and said that.
I'm ready.
Hey, run through a
I
wall.
think-
for allowing me to do that.
That was fucking great.
I think that you need to leave us on some inspirational words. Leave us on, drop a bomb on him, bro. What's something you would tell somebody that if you could inspire
what's something you
to
could
that?
tell yourself 5 years ago? Or you would tell yourself 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, whenever you were going through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's actually a couple I'll drop for you. What's up, dog? Get it?
What's up, Chop?
Someone's out there bumping. He's like, what the
Yeah,
fuck is
I
that?
There's a quote by a woman named Christine Kane. She says, "Sometimes when you think you've been buried, you've actually been planted." And I like that one because you get into a dark place and you think that you're not going to come out of it, but you actually grow so much more
Because of it.
out of it, right? Another one that it's actually a Russ interview. They ask him what's the best piece of advice he's ever had, and then what's the worst advice he's ever had. So the best piece of advice he's ever received was from his mom, and his mom told him, "What if it could turn out better than you ever expected?"
And I'm sure it did.
And so and look at him, right? Just the manifestation of that.
Right.
And then he said, "Well, what's the worst piece of advice you've ever heard?" And he said, "Be realistic." It gives me chills because I'm like, do you think about what you do and how you're doing it? How many people have told you like, okay, let's be realistic. Like, you're not going to be a rapper, right?
Right.
You know, you probably heard that. Or it's like, you have to be realistic and get a job. You can't just do this, you know? And that's very telling. You see a lot of people in your life who will, you know, like I got friends who will still be like, this place is hiring. And I'm like,
comfort is the killer of dreams.
Yep. Yeah. And also, comparison is the thief of joy. Yep. So don't compare yourself to others. Do you, and be comfortable in doing you.
For real.
Don't think you have to be a certain way. Yeah. I am unapologetically me. And that's all I believe in being.
There is no motherfucking age limit on who can make music.
Absolutely not.
Like, don't think, I'm getting old. It's like, what the fuck is that? Bro, I don't like listening to little kid rappers, like little 21-year-olds telling me what to do.
I want to hear something in my music.
I want a grown-ass man telling me what to do. I want him to be like, whoa, motherfucker. I'll be like, fuck, dude, I better.
Big X the plug. Yes, I need that. Hey.
I would love to do a song with that dude.
That guy, I just
at least a hook, dude. Like if he put a hook on a song for us, I would love that.
He's on the Wingstop commercial. He does the music for it on Wingstop, so I always think that he eats a lot of Wingstop.
Bro, I will tell you, I was in Dallas when Texas came out for work. Oh, every day after work. I was blaring that song. You would have thought I was from Texas.
Texas. I'm not from Texas, but when I play this song, I'm really bumping. I'm from Texas.
That's what I love.
Have you heard R&B Faux Mob? He just blew up. Like last week, he had 200,000 monthly listeners. I saw him a couple TikToks pop up, and he has a song called Texas too. And dude, it's a fucking vibe.
Yeah, dude,
it's that same fucking dirty
Houston
South vibe, dude. I love it.
It's beautiful, man.
Oh, it's so good.
I love that sound. Yep. That's good, and that's like a little Atlanta. Yeah. Like Atlanta, how it has its own style. That's the same exact way Houston is. It's just like they got their own genre, and they all love it.
They got Beyonce, Trade the Truth, and you can't forget Devin.
On that note, most of the time I'm gingerbread.
I am pretty sure that I'm CMC, Cavs in 6.
And that is Unkle Samm.
That's Unkle Samm.
And it's Pacers in 7.
My guy, I love you.
On that note, this has been aired out. Peace. We love you.
I just really wanna air it out. Ice on me, got a fair amount. Wanna talk, then you can clear it out. Yeah, AiR MC's about to air it out.